Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Dawn of War 2 replay. Spawn on the north side as the Tech Marine, we have Francis. Spawn on the south side as the Warp Spider Exarch, we have Nykona Sharrowkyn, I think. That's actually probably the best way I can actually do it. As much as I try to double guess myself and trying to pronounce some names, that's probably the best I'm going to do with that one. Tactical Marine Squad being deployed now versus some Howling Banshees. So far, pretty standard build order. And we do have the Guardian Squad as well. Another Guardian Squad. So pretty standard build opener. We'll likely see another Scout Squad. Though, I think I've seen as well, like, we don't usually see a second Scout Squad for a lot of Tech Marines. So I could be mistaken about that. It's hit or miss, because Scout Squads are quite nice. Yep, it's just a late Scout Squad. Or maybe he was thinking.
Tactical Marines at the ready.
VP being captured up, going to go eye for a little bit early VP lead. Speaking of which, we got now Guardians versus the Tech Marine. The Tech Marine does get some good damage there, even gets a model drop on that Guardian squad. Of course, they won't have much versus all of these squads combined. He may need to get inside that garrison, but even at this point in time, it won't last very too long. This Tactical Marine squad needs to fall back into this garrison immediately, because with that Howling Banshee in the region, you really can't risk... Never mind. I thought he was going to pursue him. There we go. Howling Banshees should be able to close this, no problem. Scout Squad needs to start hitting that Howling Banshees. The Howling Banshees can upgrade the aspect of fleetness and does fall back now. Warp Spider and the Scout Squad do engage each other, but he does fall back to the Scout Squad. Overall, the Tech Marine has not received many good engagements so far. Here are a bunch of angry ladies shouting in the faces of the Scout Squad. Two generators have been put out, but we got a shotgun upgrade on this Scout Squad as well. Likely trying to get some more shotguns as well.
Generator operational.
You got a Ranger Squad now being deployed on out. Very nice. Of course, it's a newer Ranger Squad, which they don't immediately come with their sniper rifle. And when they do get upgraded sniper rifles, they do get a whole set, a squad set of sniper rifles. Tactical Marine Squad engaging does force back the Guardian Squad there. And now we got this Guardian Squad pushing its way forward as well, forcing back those scouts. Over here, the Warp Spider Exarch capturing up that requisition point now.
Tactical Marines at the ready.
And this Guardian Squad does fall back a little bit early. There's not any engagement there. He just won engagement.
Finishes a prayer unanswered.
Over here, it looks like the Warp Spider Exarch does get inside the garrison. It's going to need to use grenades to get that cleared out. And you have the Sergeant being upgraded as well, so you will soon have a grenade. Throwing a grenade right around here would be good, because maybe he's able to get it while he's shooting on out. Charging forward with a Sergeant now deployed out. Where does he throw the grenade? And the grenade is just thrown in the building itself and not onto the doorstep. In that case, they actually do leap cover to cover, but they leap over cover to go to next cover. This Ranger Squad has been upgraded with the Pathfinder gear, giving them a full set of sniper rifles. And the Howling Banshee Squad does fall back now.
Guides us to victory.
Looks like the Tech Marine has been upgraded with the Master Crafted Bolter, which gives them a snipe shot ability, as well as being upgraded with the Artificer's Armor, which, if I remember correctly, gives them extra health and health regen. No, that's the...
distribution canceled.
No, it does cancel it anyways. The extra health and health regen, I think, is actually the Force Commander variant. Scout Squad does fall back, receiving too much fire right there. Tactical Marine Squad. And now we may see a grenade right here. Now it's a good time for a grenade. Does get a nice knockback onto the Tactical Marine Squad. Going for the Shotgun Blast. The Rangers still have pretty low health. I don't think the health got improved with the new variation there. Throws ground grenade there. Plasma grenade was a bit more successful. Throws all the plasma grenade on the retreat path. Gets a direct hit there. Oof, that's a big loss losing that Scout Squad there.
Our tech marine has gained a level.
The chapter calls and we answer.
Scouts ready.
Warp Spires do teleport away from the Tactical Marine squad. Got first squad Assault Marines deployed on out. I heard shotguns. He's getting shotguns to other Scout squad, or now his only Scout squad. And the Warp Spider Exarch has been upgraded with improved targeters, increasing weapon range by 7 and range damage by 50%. Great knockback there on the Howling Banshees as they're shouting in the face of those men.
Ahead.
We shall make it so. Ready for
Pathfinders have camouflage forward, and they do use the group camouflage ability there. Does get a nice strike there on the Assault Marine squads. They're a little bit unsupported as well. They can't really jump on in, though they would get a nice knockback if they jump on top of that. Though it may be a bit hard for him to figure out where exactly to jump when he is partially camouflaged.
He's engaging at range.
Tech Marine now receiving massive amounts of fire from those Rangers.
Waiting for orders.
They know the science of war, but not the art.
Assault Marines do jump on board, complete whiffs, and will run into the Howling Banshees. Not exactly good. They do get shot in their face. Warspire is in the mix as well. It doesn't tie him up in melee, and the Assault Marines do fall on back. Throws out a frag grenade there onto the Guardian squad. Gets that one really punched up on top of it. Does fall back to the Scout squad there, trying to pursue that Guardian squad there. Was unable to get it wiped out. Both the Guardian squads, or Howling Banshees and Guardian squad, does fall back there. This Guardian squad now falling back. And we do have a fresh Scout squad now deployed out by the Tech Marine. It looks like he is out of vision range there, and perhaps weapons range as well. Gets a nice snipe shot ability there on the Warp Spire Exarch as he teleports away from that engagement.
Scouts here.
Unupgraded Scout squad to capture up some points. He's some good damage there on the Warp Spire Exarch. He's pretty low in health as well. And you got these guys now following them back. Scout squad do drop a model there, but loses the Warp Spire Exarch. That's a big oversight. And does fall back to these squads now.
The enemy is claiming a victory point.
Tier 2 being researched by the Tech Marine.
Moving to the rocks.
And I think the Warp Sprite Exarch needs a little bit more power before he can deploy out his
The
Tier
enemy
2.
falters, but he is not yet beaten.
Of course, we do have all 3 power generators and all 3 power generators there. Assault Marines do jump on top of the Pathfinders. They don't have a whole lot of health. They take a long time to pack on up as well. They get a full wipe there, the Pathfinders. And the Howling Banshees do fall back in time, so that is a very, very nice pick there. We do now have the Wraith Lord being deployed on out. He does have, of course, the Assault Marine squads, which can use a Melta Bomb, upgraded Melta Bomb. Tactical Marines can be upgraded missile launchers, so that may be what he needs to do. And the Tech Marine himself could swap out his Bolter for a Melta Gun. So there's a lot of possibilities and upgrades-wise with the current Tech Marine loadout.
That's a good position.
The Melta Bomb is going to be definitely a no-brainer for the Assault Marines. Everything else, maybe not so much.
Under Space Marine fire.
Scouts under attack.
Right.
Additional units have become available.
We've now got the Entangling Web ability, which grants a Mobilize ability, which also should affect even Terminators. Wraith Lord now makes advance, as the Warp Spider is also teleporting forward. I think he is advanced.
One of our victory points.
Tech Marines make his way forward. Sure, stop saying that. And does not get the high-powered shot off. He does force spot the Wraith Lord. No Melta gun just yet. The Assault Marines are not being upgraded with the Melta bombs yet either. Dread not being deployed now, so that's how I was going to counter the Wraith Lord. Though the Wraith Lord can be upgraded to Bright Lance.
Requisition point under control.
Another power point being activated there as well. Now the Wraith Lords will make his way for some gen bashing. Since the Howling Mission is about to aspect of swiftness, not shrink or fleetness, they will not be able to get the anti-vehicle melee weapon, which should be more effective versus vehicles buildings as well. Scout Squad, unupgraded Scout Squad will fall back. This squad is primarily meant to be a cheap capping squad. Now the Dreadnought has been pointed out. These points are now under siege. Should be a good time for the Dreadnought to make his presence known. Scout Squads and Tactical Marine Squads could go for a nice flank as well. Especially the Scout Squad able to throw a grenade on the flank. That's not bad. One generator has gone down. The point spire get deactivated as well. And now we've got engagement here. No, and the Dreadnought's going straight for the Howling Banshees. They does retarget theirs now. Howling Banshees do shout theirs. The Guardian squad is constantly being knocked down. We may see a grenade from the Scout Squad really soon. They should have enough energy for it. Assault Marine Squad does fall back. Shotgun Squad is doing quite a bit of fire there. Does not throw a grenade there. Howling Banshees has plenty of health, but does receive a high-powered sniper shot there from the Tech Marine. We got the repair ability being utilized by Guardian Squad, and the global repair is being utilized onto the Dreadnought. Lots of grenades do come on forward. Almost wiped out his own Howling Banshee with that shot. So Warp Spider or the Ashtark is getting some great hits there on the Tactical Marine or Tactical Marine. Tactical Marine's now repairing up the Dreadnought while in combat as well. The Wraith Lord will go down, and the Dreadnought still has plenty of health remaining. We may need to see a fusion gun from the Ashtark. Seems like a lot of explosions right there for some odd reason. Dreadnought not being upgraded to Assault Cannon since he took out the armor threat. Now it's time to get him the anti-infantry weapon. Right now, the Warp Spider, as much as people like to get out Warp Spiders right now, maybe good idea to get out the Fire Dragon Squad. And looks like the Archtarch has been upgraded with the Fusion Gun, which is a anti-purpose everything weapon. And the Archtarch is charging forward and not going to be very useful. Does jump away when seeing realize he's getting prepared in combat. Assault Marines do jump forward, knocking back the Howling Banshees. Howling Banshees do shout in their faces in return. We may see the Assault Barrage ability there. No, we do not. And now the Warp Spider X-Arcs are seeing quite a bit of fire right there. It does teleport away. Trying to get some hits there on the Tech Marine. Tech Marine could escape into the garrison, which will help him save the Howling Banshees and take time to target down the Warp Spider X-Arc.
Offer them no easy
And now the Tech Marine does abandon the garrison, so may do a full retreat. Nope, fires a high-powered shot there. Can't use abilities inside the garrison sometimes. And he may have been a wrong angle for it as well. Does teleport down to the low ground there. Throws out a grenade on the Howling Banshees. Not a very good grenade there. Does get one of the models, which may have been the X-Arc leader. I think it was the X-Arc leader. Yep, 5 models out instead of 6. So getting the leader up is quite a nice little boon.
Bring forth the Artificer's armor.
Going for the Artificer's armor once again. I assume that's what it's called. Yep. Another Wraith Lord being deployed out as well. If the Wraith Lord goes for Bright Lance, should be very effective versus the Dreadnought, since it has the Assault Cannon.
I wear the armor of the Artificer.
Artificer armor gives him the proximity mine ability. Okay, so it is different than the Force Commanders. Archtarch does jump away, gets a nice little health there, but is being pursued, does teleport, or full retreat, not teleport, just runs away. Very different teleporting away. We may see these Guardians, they could throw a couple plasma grenades onto the Tactical Marine Squad, or onto the Assault Marine Squad, hit some good hits there, falls back to both squads, very nice. Does use the Righteous Fury ability, I believe that's what it's called, and Assault Barrage does connect there, gains some good damage, does get a model as well, 2 models. Howling Banshees falling back as well. Wraith Lord has been upgraded to Bright Lance as well, which should be very effective versus the Dreadnought. Maybe best to keep him at range, or in melee. I'll say a melee won't be hurt as well, since he has the Assault Cannon. And that's like the best melee unit in the game. We got the Tarantula Sentry Gun. That could be upgraded to a missile launcher, right? That wouldn't be half bad. If he sees the Wraith Lord getting out the missile launcher, wouldn't be bad. Assault Marines still need the melted bomb, however, and the Tech Marine can always be upgraded to the melted gun. Force by X-Arc being pursued on. Does nice, receive a nice little shotgun knockback. Assault Marine squad is falling back. We're seeing quite a bit of fire right there. And the Assault squad will manage to trade on back with 2 of its models. Watchdog does jump on in case the Heli makes some nice needed help. I think they may have lost the Watchdog leader again. And now the Tactical Marine squad is coming back. The fusion gun still firing away. And now we've got the Bright Lance made itself known. Got the repairability from the Tech Marine as well. No global repairs. Could use perhaps some global repairs to help out as well. Scout squad trying to get some repairs as well. And that is a missile launcher upgrade. Which makes an anti-vehicle. First round of missiles. Next to the Wraith Lord does actually a decent amount of damage as well. Guardian squad, however, in the region can get it quickly repaired up. And now the Tech Marine is falling on back. Getting some much needed repairs on the Dreadnought with the scouts. The VPs are quite similar, more in favor of the Warp Spider at the moment.
Hostiles.
And the Oshtark has been hung up dry and dies. Scout squad, however, here may get wiped out. Quite wounded, does teleport forward as well. Doesn't get any melee hits off. It doesn't even get one of the models there. Down to 25 health. Those guys need a lot of blood transfusions. Wraith Lord getting repaired on up. Auto Guardian squad's coming in slow. We do got a Warlock leader. Both of them have a Warlock leader on the Guardian squads. And the Dreadnought's almost fully healed. Going for another Wraith Lord. Probably not a good idea to go for another Bright Lance. Have them both going melee against the Dreadnoughts, all they really needs. So he does have to be careful, of course, by the missile turret.
Enemy has 300 points remaining.
We still have the Webway gate over here. And over here, we got the Warp Sword X-Arc capturing up some points.
Target acknowledged.
Warp Spider X-Arc does see the shotgun blast. I thought this was going to be a frag grenade. And does take out force back to the Scout Squad. Didn't take a whole lot of damage either, being upgraded the enhanced warp jump generator. I think that increases the range of the jump as well as the cooldown. I know it increases the range, that's what I'm for sure about. I'm not sure about the cooldown. As well as probably a bit of health and health regen. Reduce the cooldown by 4 seconds, increase the range by 20, and also grants the health and energy regen. And it goes down. Missile turret does get tied up there. Bright Lance is almost down. We've seen some much needed repairs. We've seen the melted bomb. No, melted bomb still being increased. They're trying to kind of stop the repair squads. Actually, that's not the repair squad. The repair squad's right there. Melted bomb's still pretty far away. Dreadnought's still engaging. Those are some barrage there. Getting some great hits all across the line. Getting damage on all those squads there. Melted bomb has some research there. Does get a stun grenade. Orbs on Messiah right there. And does force back the Tech Marine. The Wraith Lord is still alive. Needs to get the repair start going up again. And now I've got global repairs on the Dreadnought as well. This Wraith Lord is unupgraded, which all he needs. Really needs Bright Lance. The Bright Lance can't be fired up in melee. And the other one is firing Bright Lance as well. He's continuing the repairs. Perhaps the wounded squad can go ahead and get the capture point. Missile launch does connect from the Tactical Marine squad there. Wraith Lord's going to tie him up in melee. And does tie him up in melee now. We've got a lot of repairs on the Dreadnought. This guy is still receiving quite a bit of fire there as the Guardian squads are receiving the damage from the Dreadnought. Does stop stream away with those squads. Tech Marine does have the melt guns, of course, still. Now the Dreadnought's receiving hits from multiple angles there. Doesn't have rear armor. But the Dreadnought is about ready to go down. Nice orbs all Messiah there. Getting both of them. Apparently it can't actually get both of them there. But got repairs on multiple squads there. Wraith Lord goes down the melter gun there. We're going to see a melter bomb next. Dreadnought may go down as well. Dreadnought does go down there as well. Missile launcher does connect. Melter bomb does detonate there. 2 plasma grenades onto the submarine squads. Getting some great damage there as well. Another good hit there as well. And I think the melter gun of the Tech Marine does get out. All the vehicles went down, but that's more detrimental to the Warp Spider, because that's 2 Wraith Lords to 1 Dreadnought. You have a Falcon being pulled out, a light skirmisher. It's not going to be great for the missile launcher. He's not immediately swapping out the missile launcher just yet, so the Falcon is a poor choice at the moment. He needs to make sure that missile launcher gets upgraded away, honestly. Elementary pushing the way forward. Does stop the proximity mine being delayed, as well as shot in the face of front of the Tech Marine. Warp Spider does teleport on that side. He receives a shotgun knockback from the scout squad. And the Falcon's deployed on out, and the missile launcher still out in the field. That is not going to be a good Falcon. Falcon does receive a nice missile launcher hit there. Now he really knows, I'm not going to get rid of that. He still has the melter gun, melter gun, not melter bomb. As well as the Orbs on the side is still available as well. And he has not upgraded Vanguard Veteran, so he has the melter bomb available. Speaking of which, 3, 2, 1, throw, and connects. As well as some melee hits there onto the Guardian squads. The missile launcher squad is falling back. It's regular unupgraded scouts in the mix as well, but does get some damage there. Another Dreadnought being deployed on out. That's perhaps even unupgraded. Doesn't need the melter gun, multi-melt against the Falcon. That's way overkill. So, keeping it unupgraded, or even upgrade the assault cannon. It's a Falcon, so the assault cannon will do decently well with the Falcon. And he gets the melter gun shot off, and the Orbs on Messiah, and takes out the Falcon. Go for the assault cannon now. Unupgraded wouldn't be half bad either. Just starts smashing the Howling Banshees. He does get a nice shotgun knockback onto the Howling Banshees, as well as a proximity mine there. The DPs are in favor of the of the Warp Spider by a small margin. Soon to be neutral capture, soon to be capture in favor of the Warp Spider, but this one will be captured by the scouts.
The chapter calls and we answer.
Tier 3 being researched by the Warp Spider X-Shark. Upon seeing that Dreadnought, he will need to go for a Fire Prism. He will not be able to go for Seer Council.
A task unfinished is a prayer unanswered.
Does force back the Guardian squad. Howling Banshees are now sprinting their way forward. We see a shotgun knockback. Yes, great shotgun knockback there. He could potentially follow up with a frag grenade as well. Or the Assault Marines. Not Assault Marines, Assault Cannon. Proximity mine here was not complete. It does spot at that point there and receives a plasma grenade there. Doesn't have time to throw a frag grenade in return. Way too low in health.
The enemy is
The weapon gate severely wounded. He has to use the assault barrage there to perhaps hit both of them. Warp Spider is trying to decapture this requisition point. They probably will succeed. And it's hard for me to see, but it looks like that's blue. There we go. It does get spotted there.
Scouts ready.
And doesn't actually finish it off.
The chapter calls and
The Dreadnought Pierce cannot detect it. He needs to get out another infantry unit there as well. And he's running around. Trying to stop this point from being decaptured. And the Howling Banshees are going to run up north towards the Warp Spider.
Space Marines on the field.
Scouts here.
Another Dreadnought versus the Avatar of War. I was not expecting Avatar of War. I honestly don't think the Avatar War is a good call at this point in time. I'm not so sure who actually wins in a fight. 2 Dreadnoughts or the Avatar War. I actually think the Dreadnoughts will actually win that. I don't have really huge faith in the Avatar War. Let's go ahead and get a nice shotgun knockback there, as this other scout squad will need to fall back. Assault Barrage does connect as well. Delta guns and orbs on the side is still available as well. And the Tactical Marine squad still has a missile launcher, so there's a lot of items to engage. Oh, there goes the Howling Banshees entirely as well. So he's down to 2 Guardian squads. Those Guardian squads have to be running on capturing points. The Warp Squad is also going to be used to capturing points as well, but the Avatar War has to be highly aggressive because he's going to be severely outnumbered, and his opponent has a lot of assets to engage the Avatar War. I wonder if he... Now he'll soon realize what he's fighting against, and he also does have enough red points for Eldritch Storm. Destroying these power generators will be nice. He has consumed all of his power, so this will prevent any deployment of Seer Council or Wraith Guard or Wraith Lords or any other power asset if it takes this all out. He basically has to use whatever... Wait. The Avatar War has been put out. He actually had enough to queue up the Fire Dragon squad as well, which is something very important as well. Be very useful against these Dreadnoughts. The DPs are in favor of the Tech Marine by a small margin and growing larger. The Avatar War, of course, has been spotted. Dreadnought could rush, but that's the Assault Cannon one. The Missile Launcher could go over here while the Assault Cannon try to go in melee while the Missile Launcher fires some shots. Not sure that's a good idea. The Avatar War, it has that symbol up there. Don't think the Orbs of Messiah will actually work against the Avatar War. I actually have no idea. I'm not sure if the Melter Bombs can be targetable as well. Let's go ahead and jump on top of the Fire Dragon. He doesn't have the knockback immunity, the Dragon Scale armor. Got Global Repairs being activated now, trying to get the Dreadnoughts and tie up the Avatar War. The Avatar War is receiving quite a bit of fire there as well. Summery squad is the full retreat, does full retreat there. The Warpstar Exarch has not been upgraded to Haywire grenades. You have the Fire Dragon team support as well, being upgraded to Dragon Scale armor nail. Dreadnoughts receiving quite a bit of fire there as well. Trying to get the center point as well. Gets a nice assault barrage there, forcing back the Guardian squads. Also, he could have stayed around there and took the shots. It's not the campaign one with annihilates infantry units. The mod has nerfed that ability for good reasons. Fire Dreadnought is almost down, but Fire Dragon should be able to take it out. Got repairs being activated now, and now here comes the Eldritch Storm onto that top of these squads. Great detonation there. There goes the Dreadnought. I think it's actually the Avatar War there, not the Eldritch Storm. Fire Dragon squad is falling back. Scout squad may be taken out there. No, one model's right there, so his move will be wiped out. Now the Avatar War can take time to hit that other Dreadnought. There's also a double capture in favor of the Eldari. The Scout squads need to go and capture a point. He's trying to prepare out the Dreadnought while in combat. At the Warp Side now engaging the Scouts as well, so the Dreadnought and the Scouts will need to fall back. The Avatar War is wounded, down half its health. Melter Bomb is firing as well. And you've got the Mark Target ability being activated as well. Let's swap out his armor to the Signal armor. Now let's take out the Avatar's War down to 22 health now, and does have health regen. This is technically a heavy infantry unit. And now the assault. Here comes the big ability there, and Melter Bomb doesn't get the Avatar. Both players down to 3 squads, but I think the composition's better for the Warp Spider. Warp Spider himself is almost down. Submarine squad's about to get wiped on out. And the Tech Marine's almost out of VPs. Trying to capture the point now, deploying out. I think that's a... No, that was a bluff. That was a massive bluff there. Let's try to drop off a drop pod. No Tactical Marine squad, no Venerable Dreadnought there. That was a grade A bluff. That point will be decaptured. This point will be captured. The VPs are stabilized. For now.
We shall make it so.
He lost his Assault Marine squad. He has a lot of red points. No tier 3 yet, so no Terminators.
The enemy is capturing.
But you need tier 3 for the Venerable Dreadnought as well, don't you? And this point will be decaptured. Scouts are capturing up this point here as well, which will stall out the game a bit more. Both these Guardian squads here.
We shall make it so.
Going for a Seer Council as well. It's not looking good. What's this? Just attack the Marine Squad. He needs to get that upgrade to Stern Guard Veterans as soon as possible. 2 Black Spirit's Throne does largely avoid it, but still got hit quite a bit.
Victory point secured.
He upgraded Sergeants as well. He needs Stern Guard Veterans as adaptable squad. He desperately does need it. He's trying to type the Fire Dragon Squad from melee. It's just way outnumbered. There's a capture at this point there. There's a capture in favor of the Tech Marine.
With combat shotguns.
This one's finally getting their shotguns. It's level 4 with no upgrades. That's actually quite impressive. And when he sees a Seer Council Squad, he probably should realize that he needs to get rid of the Melter Gun. The Melter Gun's nice and all, but it's not the weapon in this situation. Scout Squad does fall back there. Guardians are fire shots captured at the point. And this point's being captured up as well. If he would have kept that Assault Marine Squad, he actually could have won. But at this point in time, it was a good game played by both players. This is Anagrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.